So in this video today, I would like to make my first video back on YouTube about a subject very close to my heart, and it's the price you will pay for settling for a life that you don't want. And I want to show you what could potentially lay ahead of you if you choose to step into your truth and your power and into your alignment with a life that is nothing short of magical. And I want you to know that if I can do it, you can too. So welcome back to my YouTube. I am here in Italy again. For my first video, I wanted to make it quite an important one, and it's quite fitting for sort of where I'm at in life and where I have been in life the past few years. And that's because I chose to not settle in life. I took a stand for myself and decided that I was going to stop settling for a life that truly didn't align with me and a stance for the person that I was. I wasn't going to settle for this version of me that I honestly truly didn't resonate with at all. So the reason I'm going to start doing YouTube again is because I wanted to bring back that kind of creativity to videos and showcase like my life and how it is at the moment. And you know, I'm a coach, I'm a mindset coach, and I wouldn't be here unless it was through being coached myself and through coaching other people. This is why I do what I do, and it's not just so people can travel the world if that's what they wanted to do. So for me, these videos are not just to showcase my life and the amazing places that I get to visit and where I am at that point in life. Like, this is more like coaching brought to you in little sort of intimate and watchable videos, so that you can see how I am as a coach, you can see who I am as a person. You're invited into my life basically, and this isn't just to show you that if you wanted to, you can travel. It's not really about that. It's more deeper than that. It's showing you how I live my life now, how I have lived my life before, and the tools that I've had to acquire from being coached and, you know, coaching other people. Just exactly what I done to swap that mindset so that I can now live a life like this. It's not just me traveling. It's not just me living this completely wild existence now that if you had said to me 10 years ago I'd be living, I wouldn't have believed you. This is so much more than that. This is you know, me stepping into this new version of me that I would never have been able to do before I was coached, you know. And I want these videos to sort of really show you that in a very raw form. So that's the reason I would like to do videos like this and sort of delve you into my world a little bit so that you can actually see, you know, because a lot of people ask me, and a lot of people inquire about my coaching, and maybe you don't sort of see how I work and really hear from me my personal stories of where I have been and, you know, how I've incorporated that into my life now. So that's basically why I really want to get back to doing videos on YouTube. And I really miss that kind of just talking to the camera, because for me, I get so much out of people's videos. Watching things like this really inspires me to see people go out and actually live their lives authentically to them and see the change. And you know, I get so many messages from people being like, you just living your life is a complete inspiration to me. And that to me is amazing. You know, that is amazing. That's exactly what my goal is. You know, if I can do it, I want to show people that anyone can. And that's why I'm so passionate about coaching. And this video for me, this not settling, is so much deeper than just, you know, taking a stand for a job that you don't align with anymore. because I gave up a very stable, secure council job of 5 years, not because I didn't like the job. I love working with kids, but I always had this sort of burning knowing that I was meant for more, and I think a lot of us do have that, but we don't know how to take that feeling and turn it into our next level up, our next chapter. I teach this in my vision board workshops as well. If any of you have been to one of them, you'll discover exactly like the key ingredient as to what it is that will make these things happen for you. And it's just so much more about, you know, taking a stance and not settling. It's taking a stance on that version of you that you no longer resonate with anymore. Feeling that want to change and that need to change, and knowing that you are so deserving of more, and acting on it and doing the work. You know, doing that inner work has been the journey of my life, and it's taken me all over the world. It's taken me all over the world. If you guys had met me as a child, it's a completely different story. I was the most anxious child. I was the most sensitive child. It's not to say that I don't have these things still. I'm a very sensitive soul. I'm very empathic, a very intuitive person, which has now been a gift for me to, you know, help other people. And I just have a much better way of dealing with things now. I know my standards, my worth. I have a voice. I know that I matter. I know that I can bring something to this world, and it was wasted where I was. But I didn't have the confidence and the abilities to then do the things I wanted to do because I didn't feel worthy of them, you know. I can't even tell you enough, like, not settling and taking that stance for yourself will be the biggest thing that you ever do, because it will completely change your life. And as I said, it's not about going traveling the world, although that will help you if that's something that you definitely felt like you maybe needed to do or you wanted to do. I always had that inner calling of Costa Rica, you know, like these places that are very wellness based, very community based, so tribe, so family. These are the things that I feel like I didn't have previously, and these are the things I craved so much. Constantly feeling like I wasn't surrounded by people that had my best interests at heart, constantly feeling belittled by people that I worked with, constantly feeling like I wasn't good enough, constantly not feeling seen or heard. And I had to do something about that. You know, attracting the wrong kinds of people into your life, relationships that don't align with you, you know, looking at patterns and seeing why you're continuously inviting that into your space. There's something in our field, in our auric field, that is still trying to give us a lesson. And this is why coaching is so fantastic, because to work with someone on that level, to sort of see through the things and the blockages that you can't see, someone that's been where you are. You know, every one of my clients has been a past version of me, and that's why I am able and confidently able to see them through those times. And honestly, like, not settling for the life I had was the best thing I ever done. It was the best thing I ever done when I got coached. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to be coached at that point in time, but I had savings, and I knew that I had to do something big that would invest in myself, because then it was like you're putting your money where your mouth is. And then that's the whole thing about people that are on that sort of seesaw about coaching. Will it or won't I? Will it be worth it? That's not about the money. I've done another TikTok video about this before. It's not about the money. It's about how you feel about yourself, whether you feel worthy enough to invest in yourself. You know, and I can't tell you how much when you do things like that, it will come back to you in so many ways. Like, once you start telling the universe and speaking out to the universe that you are ready and you are willing to receive more, you know, you're deserving of more and you're worth more, it will answer you. And I mean answer you big time. I was able to manifest like a crazy money from nowhere, like multiple times, to go on this journey to Costa Rica, because I told the universe, like, this is what I think will better me as a person. This is going to better me as a person, and in turn it's going to help the collective. you know, because that's what my soul's purpose is to help other people, to guide other people. I don't like to know that people are struggling that have that little burning fire. No, most of us won't, but I want to work with the people that have that little twinkle, that little stirring in the stomach, that they know that they're meant for more and they just don't know how to get there. That's the kind of people I want to help bring magic to and to support. I've now been in Italy. This is, I think, the 4th time in about 7 or 8 months. Vision boards that I made, they had travel all over it, but I go back to the point where I made earlier. I have never been a confident person. I have been, it's been in there. I have subscribed to other people's ideas of who I am, if that makes sense. That is powerful, actually, that statement. I have, and I'm sure most of you watching this might agree, you are subscribing to other people's idea of you, and that's what I break down in my coaching calls and my coaching program. It's how we let other people's labels, words, actions cling to us and form this identity that isn't even us. It's not even us. You know, I've been through so much stuff in my life that I've aligned with the wrong people, or I've been stuck in situations where I feel like I haven't been able to bring value to a conversation or show people how, you know, important I can be, because I've been so scared to do so. I have been made to feel in my life at certain times that my voice it doesn't matter. And it wasn't until I started to be coached and take that stand, as I said, to break down these layers that I haven't even built personally. You know, people used to always say, like, Aries are very independent, natural leaders, and I'm an Aries to the T, guys, to the T. People say, like, they're independent, and I used to always say, but I am not that. I'm not a leader. I'm not confident enough. I can't even speak publicly to people. I can't even hold my own in a conversation. If someone is putting me down or making me feel a certain way, I couldn't even stand up for myself in those moments. And to see how I went from that to what I'm doing now has pissed a lot of people off. I have lost many friends. I have lost many people that simply are unhappy to see a version of me do well, do better. And that alone is just powerful and wild. And that's what will happen. And a lot of people I coach, you know, they'll say, like, Steph, why does this journey feel so lonely? And it's because it is. Because when you stand more in your authenticity as you, people will not like that. People who haven't done the work will simply be so overwhelmed by your light that you naturally are projecting out there that it will be too much for them. And naturally, what life will do is take away the people that aren't supposed to be there anymore. And actually, that's so much better, because then it leaves room to bring in the people who are meant to find you. The relationships, the friends, the soul family, all of those things. When I went to travel, I finally found people that get me. I finally found people that feel the same way as me. I finally found people that love me for me, and they think, you know, that is great. You know, one of the biggest compliments I received when I left Costa Rica was, we miss your energy here. And you know, that is amazing. It's not that I need to hear that. I don't need validation from other people, but you don't understand how amazing it is to actually to have people say that, considering what your life was like before, you know, where people didn't even care, they didn't respect you, they didn't like you, you know. It's crazy. And this is the price you pay for not settling, and I mean that in the best possible way. You know, I'm here in Italy, and I literally get to live a life on my terms, and I'm confident enough to travel around on my own now. I wouldn't have done that. Like I said, I was the most anxious child you would have ever known. Imminent stress and imminent, like, worry was always on my mind. There was always something I was worried about. And you know, I still have that. It's just in my nature, being a very sensitive soul. But I couldn't even board a plane with my parents for a holiday without having a mental breakdown. these are all massive fears and anxieties that I have now challenged and stepped into this confident, worthy person that has allowed me to now do things like this. You know, see the world, meet people. It's been the most amazing few years, and I just wanted to sort of do these sort of types of videos that are giving you little chunks of coaching, because I love watching things like this. I get so much from it. So I hope you enjoyed this little short video, and look forward to some more. If you would like to subscribe and see a bit more of my coaching posts and things like that, and we can chat. If you need support, add me on Instagram at steph.mindset.mentor, and TikToks as well. I'll be over there posting little videos of sort of more travel and things like that, little nuggets. But YouTube will be the platform that I post videos like this. So if you like it, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.